Recording in progress. So rest of it is going to be just cutting and placing. So today what I'm actually going to tell you guys is the way that you arrange your dish, your meal, your appetizer is going to go high. And you will feel like that you're eating something in a restaurant, but then again, it's going to be inside your home and in your dinner plate. So before I share, so I'm going to show you the ingredients. It's going to be very few. So the main ingredient that I'm going to be using is papaya. And most of the time, the papaya salad usually is done when the papaya is not ripe. So the Thai papaya salad, the most famous one, it's done in raw. So today's salad is going to be with the ripe papaya. So it gives a really sweet taste. So it's going to be, as I said, exotic papaya salad, means it's an unusual one. You're going to have a sweet taste as well as you're going to have a sour taste in together, all together. So I'm going to be using papaya, and I'm going to use avocado. So I'm going to use avocado, and I'm going to use beetroot. So I'm going to use beetroot, and I'm going to use a bit of cucumber. And I'm also going to add some cherry tomatoes, okay? So for the leaves, for the green part, I'm going to be using a little bit of lettuce. So I'm going to be using this one. So the reason why I actually wanted to use this is it gives you the greens that you need to your body, as well as like the color, the yellowish and the green part. It gives really good.
But if there seems some problem. Someone said
You can hear me?
you.
Oh, okay. The voice is maximum. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear on my end.
What is this?
So how about everybody else? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let's go into the chat log. If you can hear me, I'm going to raise my voice also. Okay. So if you guys can hear me, yes, yes, say yes. Or if it makes it easier, say one, if you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, write two. Chat log. Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It seems good now. You can continue.
Okay. So I'm gonna raise my voice also. So my voice is gonna be clear. I just finished a court hearing and I rushed back home. So it's gonna be very easy for me to level up my voice and level down my voice. So yeah, I'm gonna start again the ingredients since everybody did not hear. I was saying that my main ingredient that I'm going to be using today is going to be papaya. Give me 1 second. Okay. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. A little bit of technology. Ah, yes. All good. So I have my nieces here who is running around and just stopped my charger. Okay. So papaya is one of the dish that I'm going to be using, a ripe one. The second one I'm going to be using is beetroot. I'm not going to be cooking any of these veggies. So beetroot also I'm going to be using raw. I'm going to use cucumber, and I'm going to use some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and I'm also going to use the avocado. Okay. So all these are going to be not cooked. All of it is going to be just cut into small pieces. As for the green, I'm going to be using green leaves. Some, as I was saying that, so this actually gives me the green that I need for the dish, and it also gives a really nice yellowish color. So it gives a really good looking for the meal. So today it's going to be like how to arrange your meal in such a way that you feel like that you're in the restaurant while you're having your dinner. So today I'm going to be using this dish is going to be for dinner, and I'm going to let you guys know how to make it for lunchtime also, and what you can use for the lunch, the carbs that you can use. So the first thing that I'm going to be using is I'm going to show you guys how I made the chicken. Okay, so the chicken flavor, I'm making two ways. I am going to show what are the ingredients that I'm going to add for the chicken. Okay, so the first ingredient that I'm going to be using for the chicken is onion. Okay, so I'm going to use onion. I am going to use garlic, and I'm going to use garlic a lot. So the chicken is going to be garlic chicken. So I'm going to use salt. I'm going to be using pepper, and I'll use some turmeric, and then it's for the spice. It's either parsley or you can use oregano, any one of them. Okay, so today I'm going to be using parsley. You can use any of it. So the main thing is that when you're actually going to put in the spices, when you put all the spices all together, kind of give a strong taste. So I always love to go to one of it, or either two, adding two spices most of the time. Because I'm a huge fan of spices. And the other way that you can do the chicken is that you can use this one. So what is inside here is it's a chili paste. So what is added in here is onion, garlic, coconut shredded, and what else? Pepper and curry leaves. So it's a lot. Okay, so it's already blended one that I'm using. So in my mother tongue, it's called dono milks. So I'm gonna use a bit of that. So two ways. Okay, so I'm gonna divide my chicken into two parts, and I'm going to show different parts. I have already done the chicken, and I have already marinated it overnight. So while you're marinating your chicken, you can marinate for 12 hours. Don't marinate for too long. So if you're not going to be freezing it when you're marinating. So when you're putting it in the lower part of the fridge, not the one that you freeze, just maximum 12 hours you can use. But if you are unable to like cook it within that 12 hours time, what you can do is you can freeze it. And then when you get time, you can just just cook it. Okay. And the other thing is that when you're marinating, there's going to be kind of a light liquid, right? So the liquid part is going to be, so here even, so if you're like putting it in overnight, most of there's going to be a liquidy part. So without cooking that part, don't use it because bacteria is not going to be there. So by cooking it, it's going to help to your body. So don't use it by raw, okay? So most of the time when we actually marinate the chicken, the saucy part, you can just fry it a little bit and then put it on top of the chicken. So that's gonna help. So the first, I'm gonna cut the onion. Okay. So do tell me if you guys can't see me, okay? Okay, so I am first going to cut the onion. So I'm gonna put the veggies later because we're gonna put the stir fry the chicken first. So meanwhile, stir frying, I'm gonna cut the other veggies, okay, and papaya. So this is gonna be diced, okay. So I'm gonna dice it, not cubes. It's gonna be very small amount, okay. So I'm gonna just dice it. So when you stir fry, when you dice and make it smaller, the taste would come more. Plus, it's going to be easy to eat also. So that's the reason why I'm going to do it just a very small, okay? And I'm going to tell you the secret on doing garlic, okay? So not too much. And just this much is enough, okay? So as I'm doing only one portion today, I'm not going to be using too much, okay? So if you're using one breast, you can either use half of the chicken, sorry, half of the onion, or you can just go 1/3 of it. Okay? Not too much. Okay, the secret for the garlic. So garlic, what I am doing is I'm going to roast it. Okay. So I've already done the roasting. What I have done is I just put it in foil and baked it. Okay. So the whole one. So I'm just going to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it like this and with the skin. So like this, I'm going to cut and I'm going to put it in the foil and I'm going to bake it. So if you want it very soft, bake it for 30 minutes. Or if you wanted to like have a crunchy part, you can do it for 20 minutes. Okay. So I've done this one for actually 30 minutes. So I'm already done. So just put it in the foil, just nicely, and then just bake it. Okay. So what you can do is that, so you're so you're going to be like marinating the chicken overnight. You can do the garlic also before. Or what you can do is you can make the marinating sauce also up ahead and keep it in the fridge. So everything is going to be on hand with you. So I am gonna show you how I'm gonna use the garlic. Okay, can you see? So it's so soft, it's just gonna come out. I don't have to like take the skin off. It just comes out. And the smell is really, really good. I love garlic. So I add, so the chicken today I'm doing is very garlic. So I'm using one whole pack of garlic. And the other thing I'm going to add is salt. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Oh, one other thing you can do is when you bake the garlic, you can put a bit of pepper on top of it, or you can put even some olive oil on top of it. But I haven't done any of it for this one. Okay. So I'm going to add a half teaspoon salt and then add pepper. So you can add a lot. I love both pepper and the garlic paste. Okay. So I am going to add parsley. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I want parsley. If you love oregano, you can go for oregano. So, okay. So I'm gonna add a bit, half teaspoon of turmeric, and you can go for 1 teaspoon first. Okay. And you can mix it with hand or you can mix it with a spoon. I'm gonna mix it with spoon. But to bring out the taste most, and you can crush the garlic. But since I have done the garlic for like 30 minutes, it's going to be really easy to mix it with spoon also. Give me 1 second. Sorry about it. I'm having a bit of cold, so I'm coughing also a bit. Okay, so one other thing you can add is olive oil. You can add just a little bit of olive oil to this, just a half teaspoon. And you can marinate the chicken. Okay, so this is the sauce for the chicken part. Okay, so what you can do is so the chicken you can just cut into pieces, or you can either cut into the pieces, or you can just mix like this and just put the whole sauce in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the ones that I've already pre-made. Okay, so I showed you two pastes that you can use to marinate your chicken. So the first one that I showed you, sorry, the second one, that the one that I said lonmirus, is this one. So this is also overnight chicken, and the one that I'm going to be using for today's recipe is going to be garlic. Because I've already actually made two. So one leg and one breast. So I'm going to use the breast part for right now. Okay, so this is the breast. Okay, so the other thing is that I was talking about the liquid, right? Can you see? Can you see the sauce? Can you guys see? Okay, so that part that I was telling you is the part where you need to cook before eating. Okay, so you can just stir fry it just a little bit and then just add it. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna cut it into small cubes and fry it. Okay, I'm not gonna be using the whole since I am only making one portion. I'm just gonna do half of the breast. Okay, so it's gonna be easy for me to even. So one other thing you can do is that you can just keep the whole. You can do the whole chicken and keep it in the freezer also. Okay, so I'm gonna just do. So everything cube is because it's easy. It's gonna be easy to arrange when I do it like this. Okay. If you guys have a question, you can just shoot. Okay, you can just ask any question you want. Okay, just little bits. Okay, just little bits are gonna be. So marinating it actually gives the rich taste. Then keeping it overnight gives more because chicken actually gets more time to get marinated than fish actually. So if you're actually using fish, you can go ahead and use fish if you don't like chicken. But if you're using the fish, I'd suggest not to marinate it overnight, okay? Because it's going to give you a very strong taste. So fish can be marinated for an hour or 30 minutes or even 2 hours. It will give you a good taste. But chicken, you can do it for more time. And I'm a huge fan of marination, okay? So I have different sauces that made and then marinated overnight. So it's easy for me when I actually come from office, and if I don't have it pre-made or pre-packed meals, I can just take everything from the fridge and then just do it. Okay. So just to stir fry, I'm just gonna add a bit of olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil. And I'm gonna use medium heat, okay? Since I'm using a very small amount, you can use it in low heat also. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, okay? Put everything here, and I am going to start peeling the papaya, okay? Okay, so the more riper ones is the best, okay? So when you actually buy the most ripest one because the ripest one gives a very different taste. Actually, the sweet taste there it gives really good. And I'm also going to be using the sauce that I'm going to make another sauce that I'm going to use it I'm going to use some honey for it. So it gives really good sweet taste, plus it gives you a sour taste with that. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna be peeling off the whole thing. I'm just gonna take half. Okay. Okay. It's quite right. Quite. So the trick to remove the seed is a spoon. Okay. You can use a spoon to remove it. Okay. So even removing the inside part, rather than like using the knife, you can just use the spoon and remove the hole. Okay. You always learn the easiest ways of doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this here. I am going to let the, it's already heat. Okay, so I put a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to jump for the veggies part. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna cut the papaya. I'm gonna let the chicken be just gonna stir for a little bit. I'm gonna let it be like medium heat or low heat, not high. So I'm gonna put the heat a bit down. And meanwhile, the chicken is done. I'm gonna jump for the papaya. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing the papaya. I'm gonna some skins are there, so I'm gonna remove the skin. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it into small. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut it in smaller. Okay, can you see? Do tell me if my voice goes low, okay? Okay. You can either do it cubes. I'm doing a little bit longer ones. Okay, so I'm doing it a bit longer, but or you can do it cubes also. It's gonna be easy if you do cubes. It's gonna be easy to actually arrange. Okay. Okay. The more papaya that you add, it gives very more taste. So you can just add. Okay, papaya part done. And now I'm gonna go for the avocado. I've already used half of the avocado the other day. You don't have to use the whole half altogether. Okay. let the chicken heat a little bit up, and then I'm gonna go for the sorry. Okay. So the trick for this one is that also is a spoon. Okay. So just make cubes and okay. If you guys have any question, you can just unmute and ask, or you can either put it in the chat log. So Coach Partu is going to help us to give out the one. Okay. So this, as I was saying, the trick to for this one is also a spoon. You can just put it around. See, easy, right? Okay. The other thing I'm gonna cut is I'm gonna cut the. So let's see if the chicken is done. Okay. I'm gonna do it a bit more so that it's gonna give a red color. So since I use turmeric, it has a yellow color done in it. Okay. So while this is done, I'm gonna go for the cucumber. And I'm not gonna be using too much of cucumber. I'm just gonna use the very small amount. Okay. Okay. So just 3. Okay. Can you see? Okay. Okay. Almost done. Okay, so this cutting part is done. For the beetroot, I'm gonna grab it. Okay. So I'm gonna take the skin of it out. So then I've already used half, not even half, I guess a quarter of this for my yesterday's dinner. So I'm just gonna okay. Do shout out if you cannot see me. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just going to cut. Okay. So my portion size is quite small, so I'm not going to use too much also. Done. See, just a little bit of it. And so all the veggie parts that needs to be cut or garden, so done. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to show you the sauce that I'm going to put on top of it. And I'm just gonna. So the chicken is also done. Okay. So let's see, the chicken is also done. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take use a glass to make the sauce. I'm going to add olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil, and then it's going to be chili flakes. So I love it with spicy. Then The next one is honey. What you can do is you can add a bit of garlic to this one also, if you want. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of honey. Just gonna add. This is it. So what you can add for this sauce is that you can add garlic if you want, or you can put a bit of lime. Okay, so I'm not going to be using it because I do not want the limey citric taste to come, because today I just wanted to have a bit of sour and actually a sweet taste for this. Okay, so next part is the part actually that actually gives you the arrangement. So let's put everything a bit high, and then let's start arranging the meal. Okay, so here's it's gonna be. Can you see? So this is the part where you can actually. So what I love doing is that you can either get something round. Okay, so this is not gonna be round. Okay, so it's just gonna just help me put it in the place. Okay, so you can just. You wanted to arrange in a side, you can just do it for the side. Okay, and you can put a bit more because I like having more in it. Okay, so round parts. Can you see? So do tell me if you can't actually see. Okay, just a bit rounder. The more papaya that you use, it gives really good taste. Okay, so here's it's gonna be, and on top of this, I'm going to put avocado. Okay, on top of it, I'm going to put avocado. I'm using a lot. So I'm going to use avocado on top of this. Okay, so the arranging part is a little bit tricky because it tends to fall around. But if you're having a guest, so what better way actually to give them an exotic meal, right? Arranging the meals beautifully like that. Okay, so I'm gonna add a bit more on top. Try and let it not fall down, and that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna add here, and I'm gonna add a bit of cucumber. I'm not gonna use too much of cucumber. Okay, I'm just gonna use a few bit of cucumber. It gives the watery and greeny taste to it. Okay, and now I'm gonna put. Okay, so I can actually, if you wanted to round it up, you can put more papayas around. Okay. Okay, so there you go. And now I'm gonna put the, so it's quite colorful, I would say. So I'm just on top of it, I'm gonna just add, okay, just a little bit of it. And okay. Then I'm gonna use the leaves. Okay, so I'm gonna use a bit of yellow on top of the red. So it gives a really contrasting color. So I'm gonna just take off some yellow leaves. I'm just gonna add it here. But we love adding, we always ask to add more green, so it helps us detox. So I'm gonna use the grainy parts from here. You see? I'm just gonna tear it up. Just gonna, yeah. So what do you guys think? And the last, okay, the sauce. Okay, so let me, oh yeah, and I also have tomatoes. Okay, give me just 1 second. Can you guys see me? So I'm gonna use tomatoes. Also, I'm gonna use 2 cherry tomato. Just cut it in half. I'm gonna just decorate. It gives all the colors. So the only color I would say is missing would be around like purple, right? So if you like more cherry tomato, you can add more also. Okay. So just gonna clean a bit here. So I can put my plate here and show you guys. Okay. Okay. So the next part, can you guys see? Okay, so here's the one. Then I'm just gonna add it on top. So the honey actually gives a really nice taste, okay? And can do is for the more decoration, just a little bit. And the chicken, the last part is the chicken, okay? What you can do is that you can put it like the same way, the tower, or you can just edit separately like this, okay? There you go. So this looks like a combo now for 1 portion meal. So here you guys go. What do you guys think? Very easy, right? It's very easy. So can you guys see? Do you guys have any question? No?
Coach Ifa, can you hold the plate up? I will take
Yeah.
a screenshot.
Okay.
Let me take a photo with all the participants.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach Ifa. It's perfect.
Thank you. Okay. We have a few more minutes. I can actually go through the slides. So after the cooking class, we have our fit hour. So our fit hour is none other than by Coach Jay today. And it's amazing. So this is my story. So I started in 2019. I was quite huge. So the 2021 picture that you can see is the one that I did for the MOP. I joined MOP program also, and that's the amazing results that I got. So when I actually first started, I was around like 85 kgs and I've lost around 26 to 27 kgs by now. So before starting the program, I was always tired. I was fatigued. I cannot even walk just a little bit, even I will be feeling tired. So, and the other thing is I always feel breathless. So when I have to speak in a meeting or when I have to speak in the courtroom even, I go around like 15 minutes ahead. And if I had to climb the staircase, I do it around more than 15 minutes and I cool down my breath and everything. So I was like struggling huge. So in 2019, I started the journey and I started with Lean and Tone program first. And I had amazing, like even within like 10 days, I lost around like 3 kgs, which actually gives me more motivation. And the community that I actually got here was the part where actually it helped me going. And my coach checking on me helped me going. And then after actually having the results, and I needed to help others. I want to help others to achieve the same thing that has I have gone through. So what I did was I just joined as a coach. I started helping everyone else. And so that is me, just a brief story of mine. And this one is our fit clubs. So physical fit clubs. So since in the pandemic it was closed, and since it's open, everybody should definitely go one of the areas that you're close by or anyone is in Malaysia. Okay. And the next one, this is our lifestyle hub schedule. So this is an online schedule. So this one actually gives you the fit hours, the master classes. So we have Wednesdays, our cooking classes. Sundays, we have our nutrition class. And Saturdays, actually, we have our trainings. Okay. Okay. Next slide. Coach Fatou. Okay, so these are the programs. So I was telling you that first I started with 10 days lean and tone program. So you can either join your 10 days lean and tone program, or you have 21 days fit challenge. We have unisex, as well as we have for female only also. So after 21 days or after like 10 days teen and on program project, what you can do is actually you can join Makeover project, so MOP. So it's an 8-week project. It gives you like amazing transformation and a magazine cover picture at the end of the 8 weeks. Same thing, the next stage, that is going to be your level up stage. It's going to be the one that you actually get your abs. Those are another 8 weeks program, body transformation challenge. So after MOP, you definitely should level up and join your BTC. So this one also gives you an amazing photo shoot with your abs showing. So you should not miss it. So if you wanted to know more about these programs, do ask the person who invited you or ask your coaches. They'll definitely give you more information. Okay. Next slide. Yeah, this is the one that I was like saying. So we are now open for our BTC, body transformation season. 14 is going to be, so it's open. So how you can actually do is that, so these are the criteria. So you can either have like 2 10 days lean and tone project, or you can join 21 days. So for female, your fat percentage has to be 27. For men, you have to be 22. And it's gonna, next season, it's open for till February 14th, 2022. What better way to actually have your New Year resolutions, right? Getting apps. Okay, so this is our December month promotion. Do ask your coaches how you can actually get the promotion. And we still have few more days to go. So I'm very sure that you guys can definitely get the promotion. Okay, so that's it. Our next one is at, it will just start in 10 minutes time, our fit hour. Please do join in. So I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions, just shoot. If you guys wanted the recipe, just let your coaches know. I'm definitely going to make some written recipe for the salad that I just made. Okay.
Thank you, Coach Ifa.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.